Wait, Tare, what season is this?
Season 6, baby!
Jiminy Crickets! Hello, everyone, and welcome to Down the Yellow Brick Pod, Season 6, Frank Analysis. We are your hosts, EmKay
and Tara, preserving and peeling back the multi-layered curtain on the wonderful world located somewhere over the rainbow and its endurance in culture.
Join us putting on our infinity spectacles as we fall down rabbit holes, maybe even ending up in Wonderland this season, with our deep dives dedicated to Wicked Part 1 as we await the fall arrival of Wicked for Good and NBC Live's The Wiz for its 10th anniversary.
In addition, we will also be conducting interviews with Aussian superstars in our Slipperhood, Good Witch, and Masters Behind the Curtain series.
The Wizard of Oz is celebrating 125 years on shelves this year, and its emeralds continue to sparkle, speaking to generation after generation. And we are so grateful to be your resident royal custodians, doing our best to take care of a treasured fairyland and all its inhabitants.
Off the pod, we are active in our accompanying scrapbook on Instagram at Down the Yellow Brick Pod, tagged in show notes, and are easiest to reach via DM, as well as our email, downtheyybp@gmail.com. We love hearing from you.
It's also never too late to join the Patreon Pod Squad! Exclusive content and community events and bonus giveaways, oh my! We live to spoil our Patreon community, and they are the first to receive all official Down the YBP updates, including discounts to live shows, merch, and our annual retreat. Sign up today with a free week trial at any tier. Your support makes the pod's dreams that we dared to dream really do come true. A shout out to our Patreons of the past and present. We couldn't do any of this without you.
Now, may the world of Oz continue to be a bewitching escape in bewildering years, nostalgic and nuanced, and a magical refuge where two gals living on the East Coast can keep on keeping with our witches of the North, South, and West, wherever you may be. To Oz, EmKay.
To Oz! Dee Dee Bridgewater is an American music legend, recognized globally as one of the premier vocalists in modern jazz. Her career is decorated with a Tony Award for her portrayal of Glinda in The Wiz, and 3 Grammy Awards. Miss Bridgewater has performed and recorded with jazz giants like Dizzy Gillespie and Sonny Rollins. She is an NEA Jazz Master, a Doris Duke artist, and formerly served as the host of the long-running NPR radio program Jazz Set with Dee Dee Bridgewater. Samira Fuller-Farquhar is a rising filmmaker and photographer. She has directed spots for Sofia Coppola's Sophia Wines and Michelle Obama's When We All Vote initiative, and written for projects like Disney Plus's The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, demonstrating a talent for connecting legacy stories with contemporary audiences. Fuller-Farquhar is deeply linked to the film's subject matter as the granddaughter of Joni Palmer, representing the Wiz legacy tasked with preserving and celebrating the show's history.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome to Down the Yellow Brick Pod in a surprise episode of sorts. We're very excited to be capping off an amazing year that has had so many celebrations in it, with The Wicked for Good coming out. Even Danielle Page's Dorothy Must Die is getting a renaissance with book covers. There's so much going on, but one of our favorite things has been celebrating 50 years of The Wiz. And we can't believe that we are back with truly one of our favorite Good Witches of the pod, a Grammy, Tony Award-winning Good Witch. Miss Dee Dee Bridgewater is back. Hi, Dee Dee.
Hi, Tara. Hi, Emily.
Oh my God,
Yay.
truly just one of our favorite people. We're so excited. And we also have, joined with Dee Dee, a descendant of Munchkinland, one of the Wiz cast members' granddaughters. So excited. Joni Palmer. We have with us today a filmmaker, Samira Fuller-Farquhar. Welcome, Samira.
Yay!
Oh,
We are so happy to be here because Samira created this amazing short film called If You Believe, celebrating 50 years of the Wiz, starring her grandmother and Dee Dee, and it's incredible. And we're going to have a moment for this amazing short film. If you haven't seen it already, you must
linked
run to the YouTube.
below.
It's
Yes.
linked below. Take that yellow brick road. Take those silver slipper fingers and get on over there. But we're so happy to tap, tap, tap.
Do it, baby.
Tap it. Tap it up. But we want to check in with you both to start. We always love like grounding on in with where we're at. We're in December at the end of a year, so I know there's like a lot of reflecting usually going on this time of year. But we would love to just hear where you're at on your yellow brick road right now. If you want to take it to the Wiz, like, are you saying like, don't bring me no bad news? Are you saying slide some oil to me? Are you saying when I think of home, because you're feeling that warmth and goodness? If you just want to take us to how you're feeling on your yellow brick road, if you want to correlate it with the Wiz, go ahead. But we just want to do a nice little check-in. Dee Dee, do you want to start for us?
I was thinking as you said that, where am I at? I think I am easing on down the road.
That's right.
Yes, that is
Yes.
correct.
That's where I am. I'm easing on down the road.
Carrying nothing that feels a load.
Yeah.
There we go.
There's no
I'm
load.
trying to lighten the load and doing new things, preparing for a wonderful 2026 because 2025 was quite something. More relaxed 2026, but very exciting things, you know. I just finished yesterday recording a new album with my all-female band that I call We Exist.
We Exist. I love that.
Yes.
Wow.
And everyone is staying in my house. I just said goodbye to my pianist, Miki Hayama. She's gone to the airport, and my drummer will be leaving this afternoon. Her name is Shirazette Tenen. And my bassist, I flew in from Italy. She lives not far from Venice and Veneto. And she is staying here until the 20th so she can learn a little bit about New Orleans. And my oldest daughter is here, Tulani Bridgewater Kowalski, because she helps me produce my albums and she just took over the production. And I'm sending off my sound engineer today, Tim Zick. And then I'm like chilling for Christmas. And then I'm going to Aspen, Colorado, to a place called Paul, JAS, Jazz Aspen Snowmass, and performing there for pre-New Year's with my Memphis Symphony Band for 2 nights, the 29th and the 30th. So I'm going to have fun, and then I'm going to kick back, and then I'll be in New York, and I'm just all over the place. I'm easing on down the road, doing the thing that I do.
What? We want to go to Aspen.
Do you have an Airbnb? Is a room open? Since the sound engineer left, can we come?
Can we visit?
Yeah, you can come visit.
Oh my God.
We want to ease with you.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
So
take my
good.
daughter out and my and Rosa, which is my bass player. I'm taking them out to my favorite music spot in New Orleans called the Bayou Bar tonight. Because there's a drummer that plays there on Wednesdays. His name is Herlin Riley, and he's one of the most amazing drummers, and he's such a showman, and I just love him so much. And
Link him below.
So it's a lot of fun.
Love this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's
thriving.
The yellow brick road.
Gorgeous.
Samira, are you easing or feeling a different tempo today?
I would say I'm easing. First of all, congrats, Dee Dee. I'm so excited about the new album. You have no idea.
Thank you. Thanks. It's really cool.
And We Exist is awesome, by the way, if you haven't checked them out. Am I easing, though? I would say that it does tie back to the Wiz, maybe what I'm going through. I would say that I am when I think of home right now, because first of all, we did this project kind of at the latter half of the year, celebrating 50th anniversary, but we squeezed it in. And just by chance, who would have thought 1975, 2025, that this would be the year that Oz is actually in the ether in the biggest way, maybe ever. So I've had a whirlwind of inspiration as an artist, as a filmmaker, releasing this project with someone I couldn't look up to more, Dee Dee Bridgewater, as both a artist and as obviously just a personal icon and hero in my life, working with my grandmother, you know, what we did, and then just coming into this whole Wicked for Good era. It's been absolutely crazy. And just like I said, pure inspiration. And as we kind of cap off the end of the year, like I said, as a true Oz kid, a true Wizard of Oz, Judy Garland little girl, you're like kind of living your fantasy, right? And so I have one more little Oz surprise project coming out for the end of the year. So I'm very excited to be working on that. I feel immersed. I'm like, am I gonna like take off in a tornado right now? So I'm just super grateful.
You never know.
There you go.
That might be fun. Who knows?
That might be fun. That might be fun.
I love this. Well, we are so honored to have you both. And truly, we were texting about the short film earlier and we were like, we're crying. We love their friendship. Like, we want to just hang out with you both. So congratulations on the short film. So before we get into it, Samira, I'm curious, you were starting to mention a little bit of your Oz DNA. Did you grow up with the Wiz? What were some of your grandmother's stories that she shared? Just some favorite things you want to shout out. I'm sure that could be a whole conversation, but just anything you want to start with here.
Oh yes, it could. It could be a whole conversation. Well, like I said, I mean, I grew up in like really a cinema heavy household, and so I think Wizard of Oz was just like it was the immediate one. It's the first movie. I think a lot of people have that experience. So I've been collecting already since I was a kid. And kind of what drew me to want to make this project is we have the Wiz film, which of course I was familiar with. And in Los Angeles, there's so many cool screenings all the time. But the stage production is something different. So I grew up with that being a very clear distinction. So I grew up on these heavy anecdotes from my grandmother. So you're immediately, Dee Dee knows, and it's crazy because then she's still friends with Dee Dee. So I'm getting to watch Dee Dee perform and it's like always in the back of my mind, but maybe I didn't really address it until this 50 years of, oh, they did that. My grandmother and her friend who I'm just sitting across from. And of course I know Dee Dee in a very different context, seeing her perform live, like she said, with her groups. It's not Broadway. It's not fantasy. So I had to really like tap into that and address that. Like this history is now what these girls set up it's the fruits of their labor are flourishing right now. I mean, it couldn't be more evident.
They were fly. They were fly.
They were fly.
Oh, yes.
Fly.
Very fly. Joni and I
That's
were
my favorite moment
fly.
in the film. That's my favorite moment.
I love at the end when they're like, and we're gorgeous. We look gorgeous. I'm like, yes.
I mean, they're still fly, and that was the whole.
Yes.
That's the whole thing. Is like, this is right now. So, I mean, my relation with Oz is like everyone else. It's just like forever in you, and then it takes a while for you to wake up and be like, hold on, this isn't the movie. This is another thing. This production, and what they did, and how you guys even got to realize it. That was kind of that became the thesis of If You Believe, is actually they believed in the project enough. Yeah. And all the producers, the directors to actually realize it. We take it for granted now, and maybe it's easier to accomplish things like that now, but it was no small feat back then. So again, thank you guys. Absolutely. And thank you, Dee Dee.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Of course. Oh,
well said.
So Samira, what inspired you to kind of take these reflections and feelings and say, hey, let's make this a short film. Like, let's have them sit down and kind of go down memory lane, look at photos, retell stories. What was kind of how did that percolate, the actual creativity of the project?
Well, believe it or not, well, Dee Dee knows. She'll say her piece because it was so like spur of the moment. But really, the community that you all are involved in with, like we mentioned, Amazing, the Wiz Historian, Oz Archive, I was kind of getting tapped into what you guys were doing because of the whole boom of Oz these past 2 years. And it kind of made me realize, and I had to show Dee Dee, hey, people are like making memes of you on stage as Glinda. Like people my age, young people, they care about this. We can't watch it. There's no video or great footage of the entire performance. You know, I was eager to see it. I couldn't find it anywhere. And then once I realized there were so many people as curious as me, I said to Dee Dee, well, look, I feel like this is being asked to happen. Little did I even realize, obviously, that this year is the 50th anniversary. So Dee Dee will tell you, I just, I kind of thought of it in the same moment. I pitched it to her. So it just really came naturally.
Well, we were gathered at a hotel I was staying at. I don't remember what I was in LA for at the moment. Oh, it was to perform at Lemert Park Jazz Festival. But Joni and Samira came to my hotel, and we were having drinks and just chit chatting. And then Samira says, well, what about doing this video? She's high energy, this child. She's very contained right now. Well, because you're all children for me. But so she kind of pitched this idea, like spur of the moment. We're having drinks. And so, of course, Joni and I, being who we are, we go, oh, yeah. And I said, well, then go for it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And then I gave her some dates that I was free. And then, she put it together.
It had to happen. And first it started as more of a performance. I was like, well, I really need a great video. What it started with is I need a great video performance of If You Believe, a standard performance that we can revisit of Dee Dee forever. Yes. That's accessible. Who knows what's going to surface in the future? I have hope to see a lot of great archival footage. I'm sure it will happen. But also Dee Dee in this period of her life, like her voice, it's crazy. So it started with just like, I need the vocal performance. And then it was, well, if you're here, you two should sit down and really recount some things that we don't know. It just had to be. So, yeah.
And then, what is wild? The location that Samira selected for Joni and I to sit down was actually the very first house I lived in Hollywood, in LA.
Yes. This is by chance.
That freaked me out.
Yeah, wait, what?
It was by chance.
I was curious, like, how did you secure that as a filming spot?
Booth. It's so cute.
Hold on. It's just
hold on.
This moment, Dee Dee, we all know that was one of the most kismet, spiritual. Well, it's a friend's house, a colleague's house that I had visited, and I said, okay, well, this kind of looks like the Emerald City. This kind of looks like a retro 1950s, like you're gonna have a milkshake. Yes. In the Emerald City. So I was like, okay, absolutely, they need to have the conversation there. I just gave Dee Dee the address. Hey, she showed up, and you showed up early, Dee Dee. See you again.
I did.
Kismet.
Yeah. I showed up a couple of hours early because I didn't read my call sheet right. And I'm turning up this road, and I go to the driver. I said, oh my goodness, I used to live on this street. Yeah. I said, and then I said, I lived in this house, and you had to go up all these stairs, and it was kind of, Mediterranean style. And I'm just talking to him, and I have my phone out, and I'm not looking. And he turns and he says, as he's turning this street, he says, was it that house? I said, oh no, it wasn't that house. And then he turns, and I'm back in my phone, and he stops. He says, here's the address. And I looked out the window, and I said, no. I said, this is my house.
Oh my God.
He says, what? I said, this is the house I lived in. And that's how it started. I come up the stairs, and Samira's there, and she's got her crew there, and they're setting up. And I go, Samira, I used to live here.
Yes.
This is my house. I had to call my daughter. I had to show her her bedroom. I mean, it was just crazy.
And when it was Dee Dee, that's when Dee Dee was doing, as she says in If You Believe, when she was doing that Los Angeles production, that's the house she lived in.
That's where I was living.
I mean,
I was gonna ask if it was
very wild.
I am.
What do you even say? So I kind of think that was the gods. That was Charlie Smalls basically saying, okay, there was no formal celebration for the 50th. You guys were supposed to do this. This was so, it was just so
chills.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, it's really crazy. That was really crazy. And it was good that we were there 2 hours early, because I went through every kind of emotion.
Went through a roller coaster.
It was wild. It was really, really wild.
I was wondering when you said that in the film, I was like, wait, I wonder how they secured this as a spot.
Yeah.
That story is so...
It's insane.
Amazing.
Insane.
Very Aussie.
So for me, yeah,
Very
very
Aussie.
Aussie.
Very
And
Aussie. Yes.
Home.
and yeah, and home. Yes, you're right. You're
Literal
right.
home. Oh my God, I'm crying.
So
I want to share one more thing about the house, just because I was listening to your episode with Myron Kirstein, Dee Dee, that's the editor of Wicked, my total hero. So that was awesome. I was hearing you guys talk about Godfather. So another level, what's cool about that location, some film history. It's actually the house of Roman Coppola, Francis Ford Coppola's son. So it felt like all this
What?
convergence of history and all this great stuff. It just was so right. And anyways, you'll never be able, I wish we had filmed it, never be able to describe that moment when Dee Dee walked in the house. It's just the best thing ever. Best thing.
I am in awe, truly.
That is serendipitous magic, and
yes.
I'm glad y'all deserve that, you know,
Yeah.
to have that. It's like it feels like almost like a halo wraps around you when something like that happens. It's just an incredible feeling, and that's like the moments you look forward to in life completely. And I love, Samira, how you were sharing like this like Oz fever that has kind of run through this year, and not just because of Wicked. It's making people revisit all the many years and properties of Oz. And I'm not gonna lie, every single time, because they have like owned with Wicked, since Wicked has been the biggest thing out, the butterflies for Glinda, and I think of you, Dee Dee, every single time I see the butterflies tied to Ariana's Glinda, because I was like, that's like my first instinct with butterflies is your Glinda. And I think that's happening for a lot of people, and whether we're talking about it or not, but it's like that kind of like depth of all these different images meaning so many different things and having all this history. It's just
exactly.
It's wild. So Dee Dee, what
Yes,
did
darling.
you enjoy about revisiting and reliving all of this with Joni and Samira, other than being in a house that you lived in during during the LA production?
You know, for me, I think to capsulize it or summarize it, it was the fact that it was the beauty of the friendship that Joni and I have, because that friendship began with the Wiz when we did it on Broadway. And so that we come together 50 years later with Joni's granddaughter,
Yeah.
who is the child of a child that she had, and she and I both had two of our children at the same time, like within the same 3-week span.
Wow.
It's really, really crazy. So that in itself, the beauty of a lasting friendship, you know, that began with the Wiz and has continued through Joni's granddaughter and her love of the Wiz and all things Ozzy. That for me is that says everything. You know, 50 years, you know, we're getting ready to celebrate George Faison's 80th birthday on the 19th, you know,
Wow.
and I can't be there, but you know, when I get off, I'm going to call him. And
Tell him
it's
we say
all
hi.
things I
Hey,
will, I
George.
will, I
We
will.
adore
And
you.
we love George.
love
We
George.
The
love
best.
George.
The
You know,
best.
so I don't know, it's like everything is kind of coming together, and I don't know, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, it really is. So that's
I
all I
can't-
have to say.
I can't imagine. All I know is I want to be you and Joni. Like I want to
I
to feel
know.
that. Like
I
even like with
want
EmKay.
to.
Yes, like I
That's-
want that.
I
You
want
guys
that to
are
be us.
already. Yeah. You guys
I did
Yeah.
feel I was like, I love this energy because I relate. Just that
Yes.
friendship and that like giggling and oh my gosh,
Yes.
it's timeless. It's so special.
It is.
Do you remember
special.
meeting Joni? Do you remember the moment meeting her? Or like what like drew you to Joni?
I don't remember the actual moment. No,
always
I
been
don't.
there.
I don't. Well, I feel like we've always been together.
I
You
love
know,
that.
and I mean, I do remember us rehearsing. I do remember, you know, because back in those days, and I'd shared that with you when we did our podcast, you know, we had actual tryouts where we went to different cities and we were in different theaters, and the musical was being reworked all the time, and there were cast changes and a lot of backstories. I think the thing that drew us together was, I think, Joni and I have a lot of similarities with our personalities. We have these kind of bigger than life personalities, and we were a little outspoken back in the day. We still are. And I don't know. I don't know. We just got along. We just really got along. And it felt like a kind of sisterhood was created between us. And I mean, that we had children within like 3 weeks of each other. We were both pregnant at the same time. The second time was when Joni was pregnant with Samira's father, and I was pregnant, with my daughter, China. And it was we came together. No, that was the second time. The second time I was having my son and she was having her daughter. That's how it went. Because
Oh,
we
it
had the
happened
opposite
twice,
sex.
Dee Dee.
Yes, it happened twice.
Wow.
That's
Right.
wild.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And so the second time I ran into her, I was doing a festival, a jazz festival in Atlanta, and Joni was living in Atlanta. And we hadn't seen each other. I was living in France, and I'd come over to do some dates in the States. And she comes up to me, and we're talking. Oh, girlfriend, da 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 da. Girl, I was pregnant. And I said, wait a minute, I was pregnant. She's like, wait a minute, when? And then we discovered once again it was within 3 weeks of each other, the same year. So we had both of our children at the same time. It's really crazy. So
Wild.
that's how in sync Joni and I are without really knowing it. It's very spooky.
I was gonna
Women
say
are
you're
amazing.
very linked.
Yeah, we're extremely linked.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. And we've just had wonderful, wonderful experiences together and heartaches together. And no, we're really connected. We could write a book.
Please
Just
do.
just about our friendship.
I would
And
read.
all that we went through together and apart and coming back together and comparing notes on the times that we were apart and the similarities that happened even though we were apart from each other. It's very, very strange, our connection. It's
So
beautiful.
she Elphaba and you're Glinda.
Yeah.
Oh.
She is.
I could see
She
my
is.
grandmommy as an Elfie for sure.
For sure. No, for sure. Can't you see that?
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
she would.
Definitely.
She would say like, she likes to confront you with what you don't like me because I'm green, you don't like me because I'm this. That's very Miss Joni Palmer.
Yeah.
But I want to say too, yeah, just reflecting on your two connection, which started in this historic production, which my grandmother had kind of been on Broadway for a minute. Joni had been on Broadway for a minute, kind of almost really as a child prodigy, and she originated some other great shows. Like, yeah, I mean, maybe one day could have a conversation with her too.
That would be wonderful.
We would love it.
Yes, because she played so many roles. I feel like she needs space to talk about. We couldn't even cover all of it in a short film. More to come, by the way, obviously.
Yes. Thank you.
But she also originated in Hello Dolly, really interesting. She's had so many like storied projects. She was dancing Debbie Allen, Fame, the TV show. But I will say this because this is coming to mind right now. The triumph, like I said before, of the Wiz production. Now we're kind of in an era where franchises, reboots, like this is all very commonplace. I mean, we're even kind of experiencing this really well done, like we've said with Wicked, but it's kind of, typical now. And we had even Black Little Mermaid and so many great things. But what the Wiz kind of represents of taking this property, this classic American property, and interpreting it in like contemporary Black American culture, I would say a big inspiration was that this Wicked film is out, and I was questioning to myself, could we even be here had it not been for the Wiz? So I think that it's very interesting to keep in the vernacular because it's like the one. Like, would we even be here, like I'm saying, with even Little Mermaid, with Cynthia Erivo? I mean, this production's so monumental, it kind of like, you have to take a step back to really recognize the ripple effect of it. And you, Dee Dee, like you're, Come on, like originating, Black Linda, and and Stephanie Mills, what you guys did, it's like it disrupted, and then from my impression, because I wasn't there, the storm settled because it was so undeniably good.
Mm, very well said, Samira.
Yeah.
And true.
Oh.
Very true. Thank you.
Yeah, though, of
Yeah.
course, but that's what's been really, forefront of my mind is the history that it's like really, really responsible for. And being
Hmm.
the first kind of, pop culture interpretation of Oz, because of course,
Yes.
Wizard of Oz wasn't a success out the gate and it needed to grow on television. You guys know this, and during Christmas. So it wasn't out the gate a pop culture phenomenon. The Wiz almost
Mm-hmm.
seems like the first, and Ken Harper's interpretation and his idea for it as producer, it seems like the first one of like, oh, we can make this a pop culture moment. How many projects since then, from Return to Oz, the Disney project, so they've all kind of followed in the footsteps.
Oh, 100%.
Excellent point after excellent point.
If you are a sucker for shelves full of collectible classics like me, your Jane Austens, your Anne of Green Gables, you must be a fan of the Puffin in Bloom collection, featuring whimsical artwork by legendary stationery brand Rifle Paper Company's co-founder and CEO, Anna Bond.
And their latest edition is one we've been waiting for. Did you guess it? It just happens to be The Wizard of Oz, serving your shelves an emerald green showstopper right ahead of the holiday season and Wicked for Good hitting theaters.
Our favorite classic gets a gift-ready refresh, complete with rich gold foil accents, including shimmering bricks along the yellow brick road.
Anna Bond leaned into the colors for this cover art, letting them take the lead. This also may have one of our favorite spines featuring the Fab Five and end papers we kind of want wallpaper of.
You can find the Puffin and Bloom edition come October 21st, 2025, wherever you shop for books, and tagged in our show notes below.
You're welcome.
Make some more shelf space in your collection or library, Oz fans, because an official MGM Wizard of Oz graphic novel is coming our way.
Now featured on Kickstarter, tagged in our show notes, this is a completely original reinterpretation by recent Slipperhood guest artist Sue Lee of the beloved 1939 film, reimagined with breathtaking artistry and deep respect for the classic that generations cherish.
The Kickstarter campaign offers stunning editions with covers by Sue Lee, Jay Lee, Eric Schanauer, and Alex Ross, making it a must-have for collectors and longtime Oz devotees alike. As a special bonus, every backer receives 2 free exclusive Wizard of Oz promotional postcards with their order.
And for the ultimate collector, there's an extraordinary opportunity. A single original art page of Sue Lee's artwork is available, depicting the first appearance of the iconic ruby slippers, a once-in-a-lifetime centerpiece worthy of any Wizard of Oz collection.
Don't miss your chance to own a must-have masterpiece from the Land of Oz.
Link in show notes for more.
I think we were just talking about this because we did a little revisiting. I went to the New York Public Library and I think I sat for maybe 5-6 hours with Ken Harper's boxes of just his life, which is there. Yes. And I said, like, I feel like I talked to Ken from I'm like, is this good? Like, I'm going through your thing.
Spiritual moment.
Because it is like, wow, it's his like life in correspondence, but you don't hear his voice, you hear everything coming back to him. So it's like a really unique way of like witnessing someone's journey, because it's like and number one, it's like all letters too, like a time when we weren't emailing, which is crazy. So just being there and seeing, like, of course, like the endless rejection letters for the Wiz was like, I got exhausted. Like I felt physically exhausted, and like my eyes were starting to like hurt looking at how many no's he received. And I'm like, man, like it is so inspiring, because like this is something now. I'm like, I don't think we said this too, without the Wiz we wouldn't be on a mic. There's no way. Like this is a part of what makes Oz everlasting 1,000,000,000%. But it took so much from this one person that I just never sleep on that. Like I will never sleep on the fact that this man hustled so hard and showed up in
He
a suit to
did.
everything and showed up in a suit to
Yes.
everything. I was like, I need to dress better.
That's
also
hard.
what I felt. I was like, I need to dress
Yes.
better.
Dress for the job you want.
Yeah, dress for the job you want. Yes.
Come on, Ken.
So, oh my God, I just love this so much because this is why we podcast. Like, this is why
Yeah.
we've chosen Oz to like conversify in, because it's just got so much juiciness. And I like, didn't we say this recently, Em? It brings out the best of people.
Brings
I
out the
think.
best in all of us.
All of us, yes.
Yes.
And the community aspects, all of it is just so good. So with this film now out and available, and like the Wiz moving into its next like 50 years too of being remembered, like what do you both want people to know about this original production specifically?
I guess I would say just keep the memory of the original Broadway production alive. Because, you know, there are very few of us still alive who were in the original production. And I would say, Tara, the fact that you went to the library and you pulled up all of this information
Wow.
on Ken, I need to do that.
I'll
I'll
go
be
with
in New
you.
York in January, but I need to do that. I think I'm going to have to do that because I knew about a lot of the rejections that he had. And then, of course, we lived the rejections and the pink slips, the notices every week for about 6 weeks for the show, you know. So I would just say, I'm hoping that we can keep the spirit of the original production of The Wiz alive. You know, thank goodness we have someone like the three of you, you know, like you, Tara, and Emily, and then like Samira coming along, who is so engrossed in all things Oz, more so than me. You know, that, you know, no, seriously, you know, and I have to say to
You
you
are
all,
Oz, Dee Dee. That's why.
yeah, but you know, I haven't gone to see. I was supposed to see, you know, this second chapter of Wicked with my granddaughter, and then she got sick, and so we couldn't. So I mean, she literally texted me yesterday because she calls me Gaga. She says, Gaga, I will not see Wicked for good without you.
No.
That's beautiful.
So
No.
I'm just gonna wait.
Correct.
I will wait, Gaga.
Correct.
So there we are. You know, but I just hope that it continues. And I feel that it will. I feel that with the three of you, I think that's what I was saying. You know, with what you're doing with your podcast, what Samira has done, and I suspect is continuing to do, even though she hasn't said what this new project is. I
Mystery.
I hope that it just continues to enrapture us because we need this kind of goodness
Yes.
in the world, especially today with everything that's going on. So that's what I have to say. All right. I'm done.
Beautiful.
Samira?
Done.
Wow. I mean, first and foremost, we talked about the friendship. We talked about just Dee Dee's voice. Just take from that. I think there's a lot. People, even in my life, while we were cutting it, have just taken a lot from the song "If You Believe." How Dee Dee performs it, the simplicity of her and the piano. It's just, I think, maybe that is the message: is you can do anything. Look what Ken Harper did, you know, and that's what it became. If via their conversation followed by the song, then it became very clear. Okay, well then this is actually a message of motivation and self-motivation. It doesn't matter how many times you're rejected. And also just really as a pinnacle of Black history, Black American history, and Black fantasy. Like, we are not afforded that always as a community. Actually, I would say rarely, if ever. So The Wiz is a marker in that. It's changed how we are able to perceive ourselves. That's why it's such a big deal, that production, is because it's for us, by us, and then for everybody else. And it's just a huge moment.
Broadway wouldn't be the same without the Wiz.
No,
Like,
Broadway wouldn't be the same. And cinema
Correct.
wouldn't be the same. So I think just you can do whatever you want to do, and also find the roots of things that you're interested in. Actually look into the history. I think that a lot of people will be surprised by what they find, even if you're just familiar with the Wiz movie. You know, what is it based on? That's the cool thing about Wicked, is because it was only in the 2000s. Okay, there's a bunch of video footage, so it's super easy to link it to the stage production. But because we're talking about the 70s, I mean, this is really wild, Dee Dee. Like, this is,
Yeah.
even people, you know, who are so familiar. All my friends have grown up watching the Wiz movie, and they go, "Oh, your grandma was in the production? Well, I didn't really know it was a stage production." I'm like, okay, well,
Yes.
what do you think? It was born out of thin air? So, you know, always do your research, because you're going to find interesting stuff. You're going to find interesting people.
Dee Dee,
I love that.
If you had a TikTok during the Wiz backstage.
Listen, I don't have one now, so I don't know what you're getting ready to say.
I was like, what would you be showing off?
I know. Oh
what
my
would
God.
be the videos?
I
wish you all had it. I wish you and Andre DeShields had a TikTok.
Oh my God.
Hey, we're here.
Yeah, 5 to curtain.
Outfit of the day.
We couldn't even have a TikTok of Andre and I and how we shared our dressing rooms across from each other.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, maybe I would probably, if I had a TikTok, I would be showing footage of backstage, the quick changeovers, you know, like getting ready to do the tornado when Evelyn Thomas was getting dressed and going on stage to be set up with all of this fabric that was attached to her headdress. That was the literal tornado, and how George Faison had choreographed that, the choreography. Oh my goodness. I would have TikToked all of our tryout cities.
Yes.
You know,
that would have been
all
so
of the
cool.
changes. Oh, that would have been amazing.
Right.
All of the changes, and then, you know, the people that were in it for a minute and then taken out of it. You know, how I almost was taken out of it. You know, I mean, there would be so much to TikTok.
And then we would need like a coffee shop series with you and Joni. Just
called Arrested Body. Called Arrested Body.
Arrested Body.
That's
you just
the series.
gossip and
I mean,
It's
no,
just
but
gossip.
even like the Munchkins, how the performers were getting put into their costumes and sitting on these stools to be the Munchkins. I mean, that was such brilliance.
We missed out.
Oh yeah. You know, the Yellow Brick Road. Oh my goodness. The actual Yellow Brick Road, how these dancers would come and with their rods, their staffs. Oh my God.
Them.
It was, you know, and we had a moment where we had the monkeys were actually on stage, and before that got cut out, and they would climb this giant kind of like, I guess it would be like a fence, but it was in giant form, and they did choreography on this structure. It was insane. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. So I mean, yes, I would be TikToking all of that stuff.
I'd be following along.
Yeah,
I would follow, get notifications.
And how we get made up, how we would become the
character.
the
makeup.
Your makeup is so iconic.
You know.
So
know, so all of that.
The lashes, Dee Dee.
Oh, the lashes.
Yeah, you could get get ready with me.
Liza Minnelli look like she has nothing on her face.
Right.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
But that's what's so cool, is that, you know, the Wiz does still have a touring company.
Yes.
I hope I'm going to go next month. You know, I mean, that's really the amazing thing that, you know, we have yet to underline. They're still touring this piece. It is
still happening.
Right.
Sure, there's different elements, but I mean, it's still alive. What a triumph.
It's still alive.
And
they're
really TikToks, you guys know, because you guys always repost them. They make such funny TikToks. So
they're so good.
They're adapting. Like, that's what's amazing, is when you can set up a show that runs for 50 years. That's unbelievable.
That's a feat. That is rare. Oh.
Well, I would also say, Samira, that it has become a kind of pathway for all of these new productions to happen, and for the Blackness in theater to continue to exist and to continue to have this kind of fantasy. So you've got the original, I mean, the people who went to the original production who are now bringing their grandchildren and their great grandchildren to the new contemporary productions. The beauty of the support that, we who remain, gave to this new production, so that there is a continuity and a continuation. So it will go on forever. It will go on
Myron
forever.
said this on his episode, Myron, the editor of Wicked. He was like, all of it is valid. Like everything that comes from the Oz universe, it's all valid. And I was like, that is a beautiful way to put that. Like, and that's like everything. Like I even think of, I mean, I've seen The Wiz done in a middle school, these little babies singing.
Babies
You
singing
believe.
It. Oh my God. It is so cute.
There's nothing better.
I'm going to visit an elementary school. Is it P212?
Elementary Wiz. Come
on 48th Street.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to go and I'm going to sing If You Believe for these second graders who I did a video for 3 years ago when they were in kindergarten. And yeah, so
I'm crying.
It's all it just continues, and the magnitude of what happened from that Black musical production.
You changed the world.
So, and the people still, I can be performing anywhere in the United States and somebody will come and say, I saw you as Glinda in The Wiz.
Amazing.
And it's just, or I brought my child or my grandchild, it's
so special.
It's, yeah.
Well, that's how we ended up with one of the coolest. No, but that's how we ended up with one of the coolest artifacts from the If You Believe short film, which was that pink program. That was an original program from the Los Angeles production. And what happened was at a family birthday celebration years ago. I mean, for my birthday, but it was my family there. And my grandmother was there and she's talking about The Wiz. And my neighbor, my family's neighbor for 40 years, she goes, oh, The Wiz, wait, I saw that production here. I saw you and I saw your friend Dee Dee. And in fact, I still have the program. So she gives me the original program. I get to see my grandmother's name, Dee Dee, and it's like, wow, it's just so symbiotic. Yeah, it's absolutely. And if I actually have one inquiry for Dee Dee quickly, which is, I just want to know, you're like being now called to sing this for children. I mean, that's so moving. Like, what is your relationship actually to the song, If You Believe?
What is my relationship to the song? Wow, Samira. I mean, that's interesting. I don't sing it.
No,
I rarely sing it.
Yeah.
Because as a jazz singer, I'm constantly trying to move forward and do new materials. Every once in a while, when I'm doing my duo shows with Bill Charlap, I will do it because what the song means and what it says and what it projects for people, I will feel every once in a while I need to say it. I need to sing it because people need to hear the importance of believing in yourself. Because if we do, anything is possible, and but sometimes it can bring up all different kinds of memories, and some of them aren't good. And so sometimes it'll bring up those negative memories, and I don't want to go there. But I think that can be said about a lot of stuff that I do, and that can be said about life. We have experiences that are good and bad, and they just, we remember experiences and we can look at them from different vantage points. There's a song, for example, that I sing that is very difficult for me to sing now, but I've sung it since I started performing, and that's Here's That Rainy Day. And I was singing it, I think it was 2 years ago. And I found out that day before I did the show with Bill Charlap that a gentleman that I was very close to and who had proposed to me, but we decided not to get married because he was white and Jewish, and I'm black, and we both had been married, and he was ready to confront the interracial relationship and what it would bring, and I was not. But I really loved this gentleman. And when he died, I found out he died that day. And so when I sang that song, it completely changed my perception of it. And I can't sing it without crying because that was really someone that I loved. And I kind of regret that I was too afraid to say yes to this man. So If You Believe has that same kind of thing for me. So
Right.
sometimes it's good. Sometimes I remember all the negative things that happened when we were doing The Wiz, and Gilbert Moses, who was my second husband, was the original director, and the play as it stood, or the musical, we shared that in the short film. So it conjures up all kinds of emotions, and sometimes you just don't want to go there.
Heard.
So
but isn't that
there you go.
powerful when you can hear the emotion in your voice? It's just great to know, like, you are not just singing a song, like you're putting that importance and that emotionality on it. You could feel it.
Yeah. Okay, Samira.
Hey, I'm just gonna let you know, everybody cries when you sing that song.
Yes.
You already know that. You already know that, Dee Dee.
Yes.
Can't watch it without.
It is a special moment.
It's a special song.
Yeah, it is.
For me in The Wiz, there's Home and If You Believe. Those are the songs.
Yes. The heartbeat.
Those
11 o'clock sisters. They're 11 o'clock sisters.
Thank you, Samira, for asking that question, and Dee Dee for your answer.
Thank you.
Going off of that, and actually I plan to listen to your version of If You Believe tomorrow before my final. Like, I'm gonna put it on and be like, okay, meditate.
You're gonna ace your final.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh,
I feel ready. I feel ready now. It's one of those songs. It's one of those songs.
Yes.
And so kind of what you're saying, like, when you sing a song like this, it depends who you're singing it to. It depends if it's to kids, if it's in a different venue. And I love that this short film ends with this beautiful, intimate, amazing performance of the song. So a question for both of you: what's resonating for you today if you were a lyric from the song? One that you can listen to again and again, maybe one that you're resonating with today, a favorite lyric. Let's just squeeze the juice out of this song.
Oh, Samira.
Oh, I know immediately, and you'll be delighted to hear that too, Dee Dee. Is my co-producer Tristan Denton. Tristan, he always loved the lyric. He always stops, believe in yourself, not just because I told you to. He always stops at that. He goes, that is the coolest lyric. And the way Dee Dee says it, she goes, not just because I told you to. I've already imparted the information on you. You go do with it what you need to do. That's the one for me.
Wow. For me, it's believe in yourself right from the start.
So good.
That's it, because we as human beings, so many of us do not have that confidence that's been instilled in us in our lives by family or whatever. We don't believe in ourselves and who we are. And so for me, it took a long time to get to that point. And now that I'm older, I can go back and say, wow, I should have. And what if I had, So believe in yourself right from the start. Believe in the magic that's inside your heart.
I have full body chills right now.
I have tears in my eyes.
Our first episode of this season for us was George Faison.
Was it?
Wow.
He started when we asked him, like, where are you at today? And he just was like, if you believe. He
just
started
singing. And this is our last
same
episode
lyrics, Dee Dee.
of the season.
And this is our last episode, the same lyrics. So just like, whoa, we just
beautiful
went full circle
bookend
without trying. We didn't try. I'm gonna try.
We
to
showed
go
up at your
full
old
circle.
house, and we're here.
Exactly. I was gonna say.
We're here. The Uber dropped us off.
Well, you brought tears
Wild.
to my eyes now.
It's
Wow.
just a magic that is undeniable.
Undeniable.
Yes.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
So
Samira and Dee Dee, this has been a treat. You feel like longtime pals, and we're just delighted that we got to, you know, have this moment for this amazing short film and for the Wiz always. Like, it doesn't need to be a perfect anniversary year. If you want to celebrate the Wiz, call us up.
Go celebrate.
Like, yes.
Yes.
It could be the 52nd. We will
Yes.
treat
It
it
doesn't
like
matter.
the same. It
Yes.
doesn't
I
matter.
want to drink out of these cute glasses y'all have in the short film. Whenever you're drinking, like,
We'll
come on.
recreate that. At
That's
some moment.
coconut water, by the way. It's
Coconut
not
love
alcohol.
coconut
Queens.
water.
Come
You're
on,
both in
Queens.
pink and green, and your nails, everything.
Yes,
Everything about it.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yes.
So just for folks who are now like, wait, I need to watch this immediately, we will have it linked below. But if there's anything, Samira, with following your work and Dee Dee with following your work to leave our listeners
Okay.
with, please let them know.
Okay. Thank you so much. I thanked you the first time, but thank you for your vision to create this podcast. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Tara. Samira, thank you for having that wonderful vision when we hooked up with Joni at whatever hotel that was in LA. And you had that idea. And we said, okay, do it. And then we did it. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, all three of you. You've made my day. Samira, you've brought me newfound love for and joy with the song, If You Believe. And just thank you, all three of you. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Dee Dee. It's like, I think it's the same for all of us, right back to you, but tenfold, because none of us are here without you. So it's just the biggest, as you ladies would say, gratitudes to you. I mean, it's just the biggest deal in the world. And I think there's a lot of space to expand this conversation and story. And again, I'm in such a lucky position that I call up my grandmommy. I'm driving somewhere. I'm like, hey, can you just throw a story at me? So I definitely think that there's a lot more where that's come from.
Yes.
And again, I'm excited to kind of round out the year with one more Oz themed, I'll tell you, Dorothy leaning little photo and video project. You can find that. It'll be on my Instagram, YouTube. It's just my name, Samira Fuller-Farquhar. But yeah, I mean, it's just big thanks and big, like, the door's open. It just got reopened, and I'm just excited that people receive it. Oh yeah, and young people, that's what's most exciting to me, is like my teenage cousin being like, oh shoot, like, that's super cool. I never considered, blah, blah. There you go.
Yes.
New fan. It's so cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will link all the goodies below in the show notes, listeners.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, girls.
And girls, I'll be in New York at Birdland again.
But
Oh my gosh.
Okay, January
EmKay.
6th through 10th.
I have to be there. Last time I
So
was
if you
very
all-
ill.
I know.
We should go the 10th,
I
EmKay.
know.
The 10th. We should go
Okay,
the 10th.
so let me know
Okay.
what
Okay.
day.
We
Okay,
will
and you'll be
look.
my guest. Okay.
Okay. We will. Yes. Honored.
That's for
Okay.
We Exist, Dee Dee?
No, this is Elemental with my
Oh, it's
Grammy
Elemental
nominated.
with Bill. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and it's nominated
Yes,
for a Grammy.
which Dee Dee was nominated for a Grammy the day the short film dropped. Dee Dee
Oh
is
my
magic.
gosh. The Oz magic. This is
Yes,
incredible.
That is right. Yes. that is correct.
Congratulations, Dee Dee.
We could have an episode
Thank
called
you.
Grammy Good Witches. Grammy Good Witches. Because there's lots of them.
So amazing.
good.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Thank you.
We're just so grateful to you both. Thank you.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Thank you
This
for
was beautiful.
being here. Yes, like, thanks for being in this space with us, and we're sending our hearts to you. And yeah, follow Samira and Dee Dee if you are not already.
Go watch the short film.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks,
you.
listeners.
Bye, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Thank you so much for listening to Down the Yellow Brick Pod. We love linking arms and skipping with listeners like you.
A special thank you to our Patreon Pod Squad members who have become our Found Oz fam all across the globe. If you'd like to join, follow the link in the show notes for more info.
Again, you can catch us on the socials and on Etsy, linked in show notes below, serving Oz nerd fashion. We love to see our swag from Slipperhood Chic to our Fab 4 icon line out in the wild and are grateful for every purchase.
And lastly, if you are feeling the pod and haven't already, consider leaving us an Apple rate and review. It's free! Thanks, Ozians. We'll see you over the rainbow soon.
In a clock tick.